Hi, welcome to our English class. You may have seen me before, but if you haven't, I'm Marcus, your teacher. Don't worry, you'll see me a lot. Today in this class, we need to go back to the past. The simple past is a tense responsible for saying what you did, what you drank, what you ate, whatever you did in the past. With this, we can describe the things and the actions that happened in the past. To use the past, we must modify the verbs in the affirmative, but do pay attention because not all the verbs are the same and they're different from each other. Let's see. First, let's start with the regular verbs or the common verbs. And in the regular verbs, the verb gets sort of like a gift, a D, an ED, or an IED in the end, which changes the verb into the past. For an example, to work becomes worked. To bake becomes baked. And so on. Here are some regular verb examples. To watch, watched. To walk, walked. To want, wanted. To like, liked. To need, needed. To open, opened. To close, closed. To start, started. To finish, finished. And the list goes on and on. Now, unfortunately, the regular verbs have their rule, but the irregular do not. And the so-called irregular verbs don't have a rule to determine how you're going to write them or how you can identify them. So the only way to really know if a verb is regular or irregular, and rather the only way to know what is the past of a verb is by studying it. Here are some good examples of verbs in the irregular form. To eat, ate. To drink, drank. To sleep, slept. To understand, understood. To run, ran. To do, did. To keep, kept. Do you know that some verbs like burn, dream, lean, learn, leap, smell, spill, and spoil have both the regular and the irregular forms. And it all depends on cultural changes. But don't worry, you can use both. So, just to put them together, we have burn, become burned and burnt. Dream, become dreamed and dreamt. Lean, become leaned and learnt. Learn becomes learned and learned. Leap becomes leaped and leapt. Smell becomes smelled and smelt. Spill becomes spilled and spilled. Spoil becomes spoiled and spoiled. Now, let's talk about the simple past negative. We need to use didn't, just like we use don't or doesn't in the present. And just like in the present, the verb goes back to the way it was before, so you don't change it. Here's an example. I didn't like what you said yesterday. Notice that didn't, like. Like does not go to the past. After that, I used what you said because it's a different sentence. But if you did a sentence like, I didn't like what I didn't know. Now we use didn't both times. Now the interrogative, just like in the present and just like the negative, all you have to do is change do or does for did, and the verb goes back to the present. For an example, did you do all the homework? Or did you drink the Coke in the fridge? Notice that after did, the verb goes back to the present. Here are some good examples of simple past sentences. I drank all the juice in the fridge. You ate the grapes yesterday. She didn't like the present I gave her. He didn't think about it thoroughly. Did they talk about me? Did it work? That's it for today. Thank you very much for calling, and I see you next time.